You press play on the film. A man is swimming in the sea when he notices a really old trunk. However, it isn't until the box opens that something emerges from the sea. It's a green face covering. The scene is cut here when he passes slightly over the water. Let's take a closer look at this individual, Stally. He had a job at a bank. On the first day, he informs his female co-worker, "I have 2 tickets to one place. Do you want to go for a walk with me?" That female says, "These tickets are really good to come here, so my friend is also really fond of it." Stanley Bichara is so innocent that he will provide him with both tickets if you give them to me. After his companion arrives, he does not want the girl to leave. He informs her that everyone leaves after having served their purpose in life. How come you don't get it? These 2 factors are now causing a female customer to visit the bank. She introduces herself as Tina, places her baked goods on the table, and begins to tell Stanley that she has to create an account at this bank. The reason this girl wasn't feeling well was that we could see a little covert camera in her thigh, recording the whole bank's surroundings. These are the same folks that rob banks or watch over bank employees. Yes, this was accurate. Stanley was unaware that his friend had instructed him to carry out this action because he intended to rob the bank. Stan comments on how cute the girl is, so he goes to his friend and tells him what a cute girl she was or wasn't. His friend then tells Stan to leave the girl and head to the party at night. Stanley recalls, "Oh yeah, my car broke down." The man at the car show tells him that although his car cannot be fixed at the moment, if it can be fixed quickly, he can have my car. Stan now needs to take his car, whose condition was such that he did not even ask, even if he does not want to write. Not the haircut this time. He arrives at his friend's house in the same car, but he demands to be taken out of there since the guards have identified him and we did not send him an invitation. Here, he starts insulting people a lot, and the bread starts to return in a shoddy vehicle. However, the car stops as soon as it gets to the press. The way you write annoys me greatly. And what could he do this late at night when he comes out and gets up? He begins peering down into the water when he gets the impression that someone is terrified. Since the style seemed appropriate, he decided to walk down and take a closer look. This sad man, who is not yet a Cindy, descends from the foreign somewhere, but what's left behind is not a body but rather a war that made it appear as though someone had died. The fact that it receives the same green mask there is a plus though. That's what the movie showed us. Stanley believes he has a special warranty, so he brings Uzma's home. At Stanley's residence, he also has a conversation, but as soon as he sees the mask, he begins to bark. Similar to how animals sense something nearby. This stock likewise seems to exhibit the same tendencies. Stanley adds, "Let me put it on and see how it looks on me," as he stands in front of the mirror wearing the mask. However, the mask adheres to your mouth as soon as you put it on. He was not giving up. Stalin's entire face turns into the screen, giving the impression that it has blended with his visage. He begins to behave strangely and begins to dance. 33 moves in a minute. He is currently in his apartment with a stand, and when he exits his room, a woman approaches him. The woman was wearing a queen mask as well, but she wasn't taking good care of her skin, and the stain itself was quite frightening. It now begins to fire in any case, but it bounces like a ball and smashes through the window. Stan had a rather tight lap. Come with me to Einaker Road. The automobile is confronted by it. We can now tell that the style has emerged because the driver of the car starts honking that Brother Hanto in front of my car. There's a lot in the bag. He produces a little ball-shaped horn. It appeared as though a tiny horn would sound, but when Stylo pushes the ball, the noise is so loud that the car's glasses shatter. Additionally, the hair sticks out due to its extensive residential style. Stanley reasons that since the style was established by the vehicle they provided, there's no need not to visit the auto repair shop. So many individuals chuckled. He makes a lot of destruction there, goes there, and alters everything before returning. After he gets home, he mulls it over. Naturally, sibling, what would occur if he took on so much? His face is normal when he wakes up the following morning. His face is not covered in a mask. He recalls what transpired that evening when he looks in the mirror. It's not my dream, he declares. There's a knock on the door, and there's a police officer outside who asks him, "Do you remember what happened in your apartment last night?" There is also the same lady who tried to shoot in it. She is saying that the police officer was falling in the hands of a green mask here. It was very, very scary for me. Stanley knows it's me, but he tells the police officer, "No, I haven't seen anyone. I was asleep yesterday." Now, when the police officer leaves, Style comes inside his room and holds up the mask, saying that it caused such a strange distraction from me. I put the puzzle on him, and when he goes out of his room wearing the mask automatically comes in. Then he went to his office. That is, the bank management in the bank is very angry at him. "Why are you late today?" Stan says that I could not sleep properly at night, but still, the bank management calls him very bad. He comes home and is very upset. Now he also has some part of the newspaper, on top of which there is news that the girl who came to his bank that day, i.e. Tina, does very good singing, and this time it was the same where Style Lake asked friend New to come, but he was fired. Now the Style says that whatever happens, I will be in that bar. But it was not possible for him to go like this because he could not afford to go there because his eyes fell on his couch, where the same green mask was lying. Stanley understands that the mask has hardly come to help me. It knows about my life situation, and I can't get away from it even if I want to, so why not try wearing it? Stalin puts on the boss again, and his face becomes green again. Then he changes his dress and goes to his bank so that he can steal a lot of money from there and take a pass to that bank, and at the same time, he gets the car, without which he has a lot of fun. Because the world has really given a lot of preference to the rich. Now Stanley reaches for the bank, but just then Tina's friend gets drunk there. He has no relief. Those who were really going to rob the independent bankers are also taking some mazes outside to learn how to rob inside the bank, i.e. how to do it. Just then, breaking the glass of the bank, Style comes and tells them that you people have put oil in it. Theft happens a little like this, but while saying this, he runs away from there, so fast that no one can see it. Then the police come there, and they start investigating the people who were with Tina. Realizing that these people have robbed the bank, you see, on the other side, we see Stanley, who had reached out about this. He had a big car. He gets down from there and meets the security outside. He gives them a lot of money and comes inside the bar. Patina is dancing and starts dancing with her. Tina also enjoys dancing with him because she feels that he is very rich, but then Tina's friend comes there. The plan was to rob the bank. He tells his friends that the same man who is dancing with Tina has had his pants robbed. With TC, all those people start shooting in style, but it is very fast and no one seems to open it, and then the police come there, which tells Tina's friend, "No, at first we showed your colleagues outside the bank but left them. But now you people are coming here to the bar and doing such work. Shooting at people like this and putting their lives in danger is very violent. The police have arrested them. The police tell him that yes, if it is proven that you did not steal, we will let you go." So Tina's friend, i.e. the leader of those gangs who are only planning to steal, had come there. He tells them that yes, it will be proved. When you get any proof against any screen face, then only the eyes of the police fall on the place where there are 130 kilos of Stanley. When the police officer sees the tie, he understands that such a tie was Stanley's. He might have come to Bengaluru. He begins to suspect that Snapdeal is so rich that he cannot come to any club. He gets everything, even by taking it or coming in. Friends, the link has been given in the description to see the second part.